Hey, my name is Ty, and this is going to be my coming out story. I do want to share first that I've seen a lot of your coming out stories, and I am proud of each and every one of you who had the courage to come out to their friends and family. It is not an easy thing, but as long as you can remain true to yourself, that's the first step. Uh, which leads me to, again, my coming out story. Uh, well, I guess it's started when I was in sixth grade. Sixth grade, I knew I was different. I knew I was not like the rest of my siblings. I come from a family. I got five sisters, one brother. My mother was a single mom. She just, took care of all of us, and my family, everybody, everything is the same. There's no one who's different. No one should be different. We all need to be the same. So at sixth grade, I knew I was a little different. I knew I liked girls, but I didn't know why I liked girls and not liked guys. So one morning I woke up and I was like, woke up, I need to pray to God. I need to figure out what's going on. I prayed to God. I said, God, would you just please send me a sign and let me know if I'm gay or not? Like me, saying gay and not at sixth grade, not really even knowing what it meant. All I knew was like, oh, you like girls? Why? Obviously that sign never came. So I just kind of pushed that away, just continued trying to live, you know, a normal life, just being like my sisters, just hanging out. Years went by. I'm in high school now. I went from sixth grade to now high school, and I'm like, okay, those feelings kind of have come out again. But what do you do? So I try to surround myself. I started cheering more. Wanted to just be like everybody else. So I started dating this guy, who was obviously 2 years older than me. He was on the basketball team. I was a cheerleader. Just wanted to, fit in, do everything everybody else was doing. Like just be normal, which is, if you know me, is very hard for me to do. So, like a year down the road of dating this guy, he says to me, he goes, you know what, Ty? He goes, I think you're a lesbian, and I'm just like, oh, what? Like, oh, here we go again, like those feelings that I had just to like push inside of me had like come out again, and he's telling me that he thinks I'm a lesbian, and I'm just like, no, I'm like, I'm not. I'm like, why do you think that, and he's giving me his reasons why, but then I'm just kind of like brush it off and pull it to the side. So, so we don't think about it, and we still date, and we dated my 4 years of high school, and and just never really talked about it after that. But I knew that that was there, and I just wanted to continue to live how everybody else was. So it's my 8th golden birthday. I graduated, high school, and my golden birthday. I'm 18. My mom's giving me this huge party. Um, my best friend at the time was there. She's like, invite all your friends. So we're in the middle of the party, and my best friend at the time blurts out to my friends and my family, oh, your daughter's a lesbian. And my mom's just kind of like, what? Stop the music. Everybody had to go home. Like, literally, she sent everyone home. She was up in my room the next second, packing my bag. She was like, I'm just sending you to live with your sister. You're not allowed to mention anything that's happened here. You're just going to stay there till I figure this out. And so I get to my sister's house, and I'm living there. And so everything that actually just had come up, like I thought I was like free, Ty's a lesbian. Oh, you're here. Had to go all the way, all back inside, because I had to be quiet about it. I couldn't speak about it. And so I'm there living with my sister. She has 2 young kids there at the time, and and she just, you know, just very normal. So I'm just there living, trying to get by, and I'm just like not like you're literally feeling it. So I just my head's messed up. I don't know what to do. I have nobody to talk to. My mom doesn't want me back. She won't talk to me. I can't tell my sister what's going on with me. I can't stay in contact with my other siblings. So one day my sister was having this women's group over, and they all met at her house, once a month. And my best friend at the time, we went and got these shirts. One was like, oh, bisexual, like I went with her, so I had the bisexual shirt. So I put that shirt on and went up to my sister's group and was like, I'm a lesbian. It just came out. And I just totally just like said it, started crying. I just let her know, like, this is me. This is what's going on with me. Like, no one wants to hear it, but this is me. Like, it's like my cry for help. And my sister's friends are like, oh, what's going on? Maybe we should leave. So they leave, and my sister like having a conversation about it. She's like, oh, we should talk about this. I'm like, I just don't want to talk about it. I know what's going on. Mom doesn't want me to be this or do this. And my sister was very, very grateful. She was like, she said to me, she goes, Ty, it's fine with me who you are, but at this time, I don't want my kids to know anything about it because they just won't understand. So we'll just wait until they're older, and then we'll tell them. And I was like, okay, fine. At that, I said it was fine, but still there was a little bit of me that, again, someone wanted me to hide who I was, and I still wasn't 100% free in who I was. So I started acting out. I started doing things I shouldn't have done, living with my sister. And there was nothing else she could do for me. She's like, you either need to go back with mom or you have to go. So I call my mom and I see if she wants me back. And she's like, I don't want you back. I don't have any room for you here anymore. So it was kind of like she was done with me. My sister was done with me because I couldn't stay there. So I went to my aunt, and this aunt is like very, very church going. So I literally again had to go back and hide who I was because I needed somewhere to stay. I didn't have anywhere to stay. And so went there and lived there for a little bit until someone there found out that I was a lesbian. So I come home from hanging out with a friend of mine, and my aunt has all my stuff sitting at the front door, and she's like, sinners aren't allowed to stay here. And so I literally had my stuff in my hand with nowhere to go, literally nowhere to go. Contacted my ex-boyfriend from high school, and him and his girlfriend at the time let me stay in their couch for a couple of days, so I did that. But after that, for 2 years, I was a floater. I floated wherever I could go because I had nothing. No one wanted me. I didn't have my family to go back to. It was just me trying to figure out who I was, and living off the streets from here to there, from wherever I could, and it was hard because I was lost and I didn't know what to do. You always have in the back of your mind, oh, why am I even living? This isn't even worth living for. But you know what? I value myself more as a person, so I just decided to get off my ass and do something. Get up, figure it out. Okay, they don't want you, but do you love yourself? If the answer was yes, I love myself, I needed to figure out a way to live. So I did that. I got up, went and found myself a job, a family. I went and found me. And it was very hard. But I did. And eventually, I got off the streets. I got my own place. I had a job. And I just figured out how to live without having that family support that I've always wanted. So I guess the moral of my story is, it doesn't matter if people aren't accepted of you, as long as you accept yourself. That's all that matters. Because you are what's going to get you far. You are what's going to get you to where you need to be. No one else is. It's your life that you're living. I know we all want that acceptance from or family or friends, but your family is who you make it. And that took me years to figure out. But I do now know that. And I am loved and I am who I am. I've been with my partner for 10 years. We're married. I have a good life. And I don't know, I guess struggling kind of taught me a lot more than what I think I would have learned if I would have remained at home, if I would have stayed at home. I think me getting thrown out, you know, helped me figure out who I was as a person. Kind of helped me just with anything. So I guess what I'm saying is just love yourself. Value yourself. You are worth so much more than a lot of people, well, more than what a lot of people think you are.